We do want to bring in Adam Martinez. He's a father of two students who went to Robb Elementary School. Adam, we've spoken with you before, so thank you for joining us again. First and foremost, I just want to know, how are your kids doing as the school year gets underway?
Well, right now they're just really happy that they're going to go virtual. That's their number one concern, is actually having to go back. When you're scared to death of something, it's really hard to worry about other things. I mean, it's not that they're afraid to go make a speech or something that we get nervous about. They really are scared for their lives. And so, yeah, that's the biggest concern right now that they have.
Adam, talk to us about making that decision to do virtual schooling rather than having your kids return to one of these 3 other elementary schools that Robb Elementary students are being spread among. What were conversations like to come to that decision?
Well, originally the decision was to get these safety protocols up to par and then try to get back to school. But when my son said that he doesn't feel like the cops are going to protect him if something happens, they're not going to go in, they're not brave enough, they need to get rid of those cops. That's when it became a no-brainer, because we don't want to take a risk. And even if we do take that risk, children can't learn when they're constantly in fear for their lives.
Priscilla just outlined some of the changes the district has made, more officers, more cameras. But you mentioned the concern your kids have. Do you think anything would ever make it easier for your kids to return to school? Is there any way to make it safe enough where they'd say, hey, we will go back?
Well, when I told him that Pete was fired because we've been protesting for a long time, that put a big smile on his face. So I think just more accountability and time as well to heal. We can build some more confidence in the law enforcement. As far as safety protocols, there's fencing in some areas, but there's no fencing in a lot of the other areas. Flores Elementary has no fencing right now.
Do you like that aspect of the plan? Does that make you feel better for the schools that do have that fencing? I know that's something some families have voiced concerns over, this 8-foot non-scalable fencing. What do you think about that as a potential to help?
No, I think if that 8-foot fence would have been up, I really don't think that shooter would have been able to climb it. So I think it's a step in the right direction if they can get it completed. I think it's, I looked at it, it doesn't look like you can climb it. So I think it really is a good fence.
You mentioned last month the Uvalde School Board fired the district police chief, Pete Arredondo, who was accused of failing to take control of the scene and wasting time. Obviously, you feel that was the right decision. What's been the impact of that decision, and do you want to see more accountability? What does that look like to you?
Well, the parents weren't very happy because it took so long. But like I said, it's a step in the right direction. I think there was failures all the way around, from the administrative staff to all the other law enforcement. So I think as they start to wrap up investigations and things start to happen, I feel like we'll be able to start healing a little bit more.
Adam Martinez, thank you so much for taking some time to join us this morning. We're thinking of your kids and your community on this day as kids return to class.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.